the voice is produced by air. So air is what help or generate the voice that you hear. So that means if you don't have breath, you can't really generate the voice. All right, because when you breathe in, when you breathe out, of course, you can do this is air coming out. You are now converting that air into sound. So as it vibrates here, it brings those sounds you are hearing, which is called the voice. Whether you are talking, you are singing, or you are laughing, it's the same process. It's air that produces what we do. So as a singer, first of all, learn how to breathe, how to use your breath now to create the good sound you want to sing out. All right, breathe in, and then with the breath you've taken in, convert it to a good sound. Now the lungs have two different layers. This is where the trick is now, so pay attention. The lungs have two different layers. You have the upper layer lungs and the lower lungs. Are you aware of that? How many of you are doctors here? Okay, so we have the upper lungs and what? The lower lungs. Now most of us throughout our life only breathe to our upper lungs. You have to breathe well, right? That's why people go to breathing school. There's a breathing school, it's a school of breathing. Go and check. And there is also diaphragmatic training, how to use your diaphragm. There is a school for diaphragm use. These are things that are given for free, but because of our intention to keep our stomach flat, I don't know who told you that stomach should be flat, we now decide not to breathe into that place, and then we breathe halfway. So most singers can't really project long tones. They can't sing freely because they cut the airflow by not breathing fully to the lower part of their lungs to enable them sustain long. And this thing I keep saying now, whenever I have a student and I tell them this thing and they try, they'll be like, oh God, is it that easy? Yes, it is that easy. You get the point now? So your breathing is actually the source of your voice. If you breathe properly, you will sing properly as a singer. All right. Now, normally I like to use my mouth to breathe when I want to sing. I don't use my nose to breathe. Many people choose to use their nose. And my theory is that if you're using your nose to breathe, your nose is narrow. So you can't take in fast air enough for you to use when you sing. That is why I use my mouth to breathe when I sing. There are some coaches that will tell you that use your nose to breathe, but let's just give it a trial. I'm going to do this. Watch my stomach. Do you see how fast I take in air in my mouth? This is my nose. Before it got filled, it took about half a second. But my mouth, can you see how fast? That is how fast you should breathe between lines when you are singing. No, I'm singing a song like Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound. You see, that's it. So fast. I don't have to do that's it. The gap won't come. I will go a bit. So if you are breathing, you must be conscious at what point you are breathing to enable you use that your breath properly. So breathing with your mouth is faster than your nose.